souls. Welcome back to your daily divine messages from Spirit. Happy Monday, Moonday, our day of emotions, our day of intuition, and letting the moon guide us intuitively. It's also St. Patrick's Day for those who celebrate. So if you do, happy St. Patrick's Day. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Princess Leah. I'm an intuitive artist and healer. And I use the methods of performing arts and healing arts to heal the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind. On my daily divine messages, I use the tools of intuitive channeling through tarot, oracles, as well as the heart chakra sound bowl downloads from Spirit. We have my darling son, Indigo, who likes to tune in and be a part of my readings. Sometimes he's at school, a lot of the time, so this time, since he's on spring break, he gets to join. So whatever messages that he might see, he may go ahead and just chime in, and we love that. So let's go ahead and start with our heart chakra. We can place our hand on our hearts. And whatever messages come through, the messages are for you. We have another big week. Last week was major. Going through some very, very intense energetic shifts and upgrades. Your body may be feeling extremely tired. You may only just want to rest and sleep, and maybe you're feeling really hungry. Maybe you're not feeling hungry at all, and your body's just releasing all of the density carbon into more of a light frequency. Whatever the case is, maybe your dreams are feeling more vivid. Maybe your emotions are very shaky. Maybe you feel on and off. But that full moon in Virgo lunar eclipse on the 13th, and then Mercury retrograde started on Saturday the 15th. Excuse me. So yeah, we have a lot of clearing that's happening. A lot of clearing away of what is no longer able to join the next phase of this new earth. If you are a returning family friend, welcome back. You may notice every time that I go live, my throat starts to close up and I have to clear it. So I feel like I'm doing a collective throat chakra clearing. There's some collective truths that may not want to be spoken. And right now, maybe that's what the heart chakra is telling us. That's what Spirit is bringing into this download. Is don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to clear your throat, to clear out what is blocking you from being able to speak authentically. This week we also have another big week as we are going into our spring equinox. So that's a big deal. On the 20th. I was going to say 21st, but I believe it's the 20th. So that is the equal balance when we move into spring. That is the day and night are at its equal length. So as we had the eclipse, this lunar eclipse last week, that was the perfect merging of the light and shadow, and we have the same kind of balance and harmony of light and darkness. So embrace it all. Next week we'll be going into our solar eclipse in Aries, We are also moving into the Aries season on the 20th as well, along with that spring equinox. So really, really beautiful big shifts as we move out of the final days of our astrological year and move into this brand new year of Aries. So I always call this the third new year because we have the new year on January 1st. We have our lunar new year on the new moon in Aquarius. And then we have our astrology new year, or zodiac new year, however you want to call it, with Aries beginning.
And a new year on April 1st.
Yeah, Aries. Well, that's the first day of April for sure.
No.
Okay, you didn't want to finish that thought. Well, all of the beginnings, all of the new beginnings have to precede an ending. So may we give ourselves grace, especially as we have two planets in retrograde, Mercury and Venus. So I hope you are hanging in there, beloveds. Hang in there, Spirit says. Hang in there. So let's go ahead and see what messages from the Star Child Akashic Tarot is. Oh, I got some of my cat, Tony Popsicle cat hair. He is also shedding like crazy. It's driving me insane for someone who has a Virgo 4th house. Yep. I am finding all his hair. He's shedding like crazy. He's a very, very long-haired, fluffy cat. Usually he'll make his appearance and cut through the video. But he's outside enjoying the sunshine and the birds. And, but he is shedding like wildfire. So, definitely just enjoy and doing my best to enjoy it, you know, to stay balanced emotionally. We have the King of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. I did see the Ace of Swords also when I was splitting, just out of the peak of my eye. But this King of Cups energy here, this is definitely exactly what are needing to tap into right now, is the balance of our emotions. You see that full moon behind him. Since this full moon lunar eclipse, the cycles that had to close out, the doors that had to close out, we need to make sure that we are staying balanced, even if we feel like we're up to our waist in emotions. You see the throat chakra, the heart chakra, and the solar plexus are all extremely ignited right now. So that's, you know, your authentic expression, your unconditional love, and your self willpower are all ignited right now. So Spirit is saying today on this moon day, just listen to your solar plexus, your heart, and your throat. We have the Strength card and the Page of Crystals that did not want to go back in with this King of Cups. Sorry. And then we have the Four of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. So today Spirit is saying that find the strength within you, as well as the student. Find this, the Page of Crystals is about your ability to tap into that innocence, that inner child like strength is what I'm hearing. And you know how a child, they kind of move through the emotions. So they feel it, they may feel it big, and then they move on to the next emotion. So I'm hearing that, ooh, this King of Cups wanted to fly right on out. So your emotions may be flying all over the place, but tap into that inner child where it comes, that inner child strength, where you're able to acknowledge that you're feeling what you're feeling, let it move through you, and then when you feel ready, you can move into the next emotion. But the more that you resist the feelings that you're feeling, the more it actually lingers, is what Spirit is saying. So the strength, that inner child strength, is what is going to help you balance your emotions out today. There's a moon in all of these pictures here. So this moon energy is really, really speaking to us on this Moon Monday. I think that there's something that really, really shifted as we were clearing out. Learn from what it is that you're clearing out. There's even this big full moon. Yeah, even in the Two of Swords underneath is another full moon. But this Four of Cups, she kind of looks like she is really protecting herself. Like there was something, it almost looks like there was something traumatic that happened to her. This Four of Cups is typically the three cups in front, with the fourth cup being held by divine. But I'm seeing this one is a whole different vibe, where this fourth cup is spilled and she's looking over at it and she's covering herself up. And, it's like maybe you're feeling right now, you're getting a lot of emotions, nostalgia, memories of inner child pain. And this might be trigger warning for someone, but it might be some inner child trauma or pain bodies that are coming up. That's that Venus and Mercury in retrograde energy is keeping you from, or it's making you reflect on this past so that you can heal it, so that you can walk by faith, so that, and not by sight, so you can see how it's teaching you how to grow and how it's helping you move into the next cycle, into the next lunar cycle. This Five of Crystals underneath that, with all the animals and the moons. So maybe you have some spirit totems, some animal totems that are spirit guides for you, that are speaking to you right now. Definitely allow nature to speak to you at this moment. We were talking about my cat, and there's a Siamese cat here, and then there's a lion. So maybe you are very, very close, or just really resonate with the feline family of independence and intuition and wisdom. Thank you, Spirit. We have communication co-creation that came through here. This communication co-creation is so beautiful. This is your guides. This is exactly what we were saying. The guides, your spirit guides, are wanting to speak to you right now. They're wanting to help you move through this emotional turmoil, is what I'm hearing. If that's what you're feeling, especially in the heart chakra. Why? Because you are going through a major evolution. Your DNA is upgrading right now as we are moving through these eclipse seasons, as we are moving from winter into spring, from death to life, the rebirth. You are rebirthing. Your DNA is upgrading and rebirthing. So communicate with your guides. You have number 21 and number 24. So maybe those years, 2021 to 2024, were major evolutionary years for you. And now Spirit is saying this year, as we're moving into new cycles, we have some really beautiful things. I'm pretty sure next week is also when Neptune moves into Aries for the first time in our lifetime. And this is the last time that we'll ever have Pisces in Neptune and Pisces in our lifetime, because Neptune moves very slowly. I want to say it's 165 years, but I also keep wanting to say 265 years. So it is definitely a long time that Neptune is in, goes around the wheel. And it's about 14 years per sign. So a lot has been shifting within you over the last 14 years, and maybe 2021 to 2024, or maybe ages 21 to 24 were some big emotional DNA upgrades as well, that happened for you, where a lot of things changed. Like we have Don Miguel Ruiz himself coming out to introduce himself for the Four Agreements Oracle deck. I love the Four Agreements. It's one of my favorite books. I always give it away. So I'm guessing Don Miguel's spirit wants to come through to talk about his knowledge of the teachings of the ancient Toltec. And he says, "Dear friends, I've written these cards to offer you a simple yet powerful code of conduct for attaining personal freedom and true happiness. There are 12 cards corresponding to each of the four agreements. 1, be impeccable with your word. 2, don't take anything personally. 3, don't make assumptions. And 4, always do your best. These cards will help you transform your life as you recover the awareness and wisdom of your authentic self. With love, Don Miguel." This is so perfect because we were just talking about learning, speaking up and clearing our throat, the things that are blocking our throat. That's our throat's expression, so we can express our true authentic self. Maybe it was some pain, traumas that you are healing from right now that's allowing you to be able to speak up and evolve, into the strength that you are. Some inner child healing, inner child learning as well, and communicating with your guides and ancestors and spirit as you are upgrading and evolving your DNA. So relinquish the need to change others, says here at the bottom of the deck. Don't make assumptions. Honestly, even if you don't, I mean, that book is so good. It has changed so much in my life because these four powerful agreements, being impeccable with your word, don't take anything personally, don't make assumptions, and always do your best, have been such major life-changing shifts for me. And it also does help with balancing my emotions. It helps balance your emotions because you're not putting so much power into other people. This Four of Cups energy I'm seeing as giving, this is the time for you to reclaim your power back. That spilled cup was a power that was taken from you. You are learning how to reclaim your power back, however that looks. So it's not about trying to change other people, because other people are going to be who they are. You cannot force or change or control other people, but you can control yourself, and you can be who you want to be. And if you're trying to change others, well, this card says you may not even really like that other person if you're trying to change them. And we have Venus in retrograde right now, so this is really major reflection on your relationships, on your career, on your emotional connections and abundance. And so real love, it says, is accepting other people the way they are without trying to change them. If we try to change them, this means that we don't really like them. It's easier to find who is already the way you want him or her to be instead of trying to change that person. I think this is really real. A lot of people don't like hearing this truth because we want other people to see that blue bird trying to speak your truth. This is the truth. You cannot change other people. You can't change people's skin colors. I think this is really important to hear in the on all collective assets right now perspectives. You can't change other people's colors of their skin. You can't change their religious views. You can't change their sexual orientations. You can't change, other people to love what you want just because you want it. You have to just accept people as they are. Radical acceptance. That's what we're evolving into. That's what our DNA is upgrading to of this new earth. Indigo, do you have something you want to share? Or you're just kind of chatting and watching? Or you're just listening to? Yeah. Was there anything that is catching your eye?
But
Oh, okay. Can I say that out? Do you want me to say that out loud, or you're just sharing that with me?
you can say it.
Okay. Well, Indigo was just saying earlier about the New Year's, of how he thought April 1st was the day that people celebrated the New Year's. Oh, they used to. So that's something he learned in one of his podcast shows about history and things like that. So that is pretty cool to know, that April 1st used to be a New Year's. And yeah, I mean, this is all new beginnings. And when you have new beginnings, you have endings. And not every ending is bad, and not every beginning is new and or is good. And even if you are grieving through some things that were lost or taken, or things that you are reclaiming right now, you're establishing, recovering your awareness, your authentic power. That means that does take some time to have to reflect. That's retrograde energy. All the RE words: relinquish, recover, reflect, right? Review, revalue, reevaluate. And we're doing that right now with Venus in retrograde. Everything is under review. Mercury in retrograde is really taking a step back from your words, with your words, and they're both in Aries right now. Venus and Mercury are both in Aries in retrograde. So that's a lot of Aryan, fiery, passionate, action-oriented movements, energy that is needing to kind of calm. It's needing to kind of take a step back and reflect on before you take those next actions. So, you may find yourself accidentally making some rash choices or saying some rash words, not really thinking. But I think right now, Spirit is really wanting us to pause, rethink, reflect before we speak. Take what's that old saying? They say, count, if you're upset, count to 5. If you're really upset, count to 10. It's like, before you respond, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Be impeccable with your word. But also relinquish the need to make other people fit into your preferences. Instead, we got some music in the back. I don't even know this song. Music might be speaking to you right now as well. So definitely that's that Piscean energy. So listen to any kind of words, lyrics that might be coming through. I'm an intuitive artist, so sometimes lyrics and words come through songs. I'm not familiar with this song that's being sung, but it's like a very R&B kind of Boys to Men vibe. So maybe that's your era. Maybe that's the music that's trying to speak to you right now. I also am looking up in the ceiling before I close this out. I see some reflections of these beautiful rainbows on the ceiling, and 2 of them. And I also saw one when I was vacuuming earlier. And rainbows reflect, miracles. Rainbows reflect just that beauty. Yeah, song for confirmation. After the storm, rainbows come in after each storm. And so just remember that the rainbows in your life are on its way, even as the storms are clearing. Okay? Spirit wants you to know the rainbows in your life are on its way as your storms are clearing. All right? There's even some waterfalls back here, so really beautiful. I hope this helps. If it does, definitely feel free. Please do give this video a thumbs up, smash that like button so that others who are looking for messages like this of encouragement can find it. And definitely be a part of our Vibe Tribe, where we're healing the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind through conscious love. And subscribe to my channel, Princess Leah 888. I also post some music and songs and dance and other things all around my postings of my tarot. I also do make handcrafted tea. So if that is something that you're ever interested in, my FemRems Apothecary is something that I offer with my tarot sessions. I call them Tea and Tarot Soul Sessions. So you get a 1 ounce loose leaf handcrafted tea when you book a tarot reading with me. So you can find my information. You can email me at femrems811@gmail.com, and or you can follow me and message me over on my social media on Instagram at Princess Leah 888. For the month of March, I am still offering free mini readings for those who have not booked with me yet. And so if it's your first time booking, you get a free pre-recorded mini reading from Spirit, and it'll be something similar to this, and it will be recorded and emailed straight to you. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely message me there. I'd love to be a part of your journey. Until next time, my beautiful beloveds, peace and love. Namaste. Bye.
Bye.